So why did I move to Oklahoma instead of Texas? Coming right up. Hey everybody, my name is Stacy Hesser, your favorite realtor in all of Southern Oklahoma, and I'm going to share with you guys my thoughts and experience on why my husband and I actually chose to move to Oklahoma instead of Texas. Not many of you may know this, but I actually owned land in Texas. My husband and I had grand plans of actually retiring there someday, but a few years ago we sold. So I want to share with you guys why exactly we did this. Because first of all, Texas and Oklahoma have a lot in common. Not many people really probably know that. Once you get down further south than Dallas, things do start to get warmer. So the climate is definitely a little more mild in the winter time. But when you're in that Dallas metro area versus Southern Oklahoma, the climates are virtually identical. So I think we vary maybe like 1 degree most months, and maybe they get a little less rain than we do. But I mean, truly, if climate is your situation and what it is that you're looking for, we still kind of get 4 seasons here in Oklahoma, which my husband totally appreciates. He loves his t-shirt weather at 50 degrees in the middle of winter, so have at it. Why would I actually choose one state over another, especially when I actually owned land already in one state versus the other? Let's just talk about that a little bit. Both states have extremely friendly people. I mean, we're neighbors. We're pretty neighborly to one another. Yeah, it's been my biggest draw in coming to the Midwest is just because the people are so dang friendly. I really hope this is something that doesn't change. There's a lot of influx of people coming from both sides of the United States, whether it's West Coast or East Coast, that are choosing to move to the Midwest. And I really hope it doesn't change the culture and the overall friendliness of the people that are here. Other things that make them pretty similar is they're both really oil-rich states, whether it's Texas or Oklahoma. People don't really think about the oil in Oklahoma, but there is a lot of oil fields here too. There's a lot of refineries that are in Oklahoma. There's a lot of oil jacks that are here in Oklahoma. There's a lot of production. Some families still even have the mineral rights, but it is pretty rare for you to find a piece of land that actually does still have the mineral rights intact with the original owners. So people ask me about mineral rights from time to time, but anyways, I really digress. I'm sorry. Other things that Oklahoma and Texas really have a strong common bond with is the things that they have for kids, whether it's a 4-H program, some kind of after-school program with football, baseball, softball. Those are huge here in Oklahoma and in Texas. If you drive by a high school, chances are you're going to see, even if it's a small, tiny town, you're still going to see that that town has invested in the little high school stadium so that the kids have a good opportunity to experience the Friday night lights. Another thing we have in common, of course, is rodeo and cowboys. There's a huge presence of the Future Farmers of America and the 4-H programs. Showing livestock is huge. But we all love a good rodeo, and there's all kinds of small rodeo arenas as well as big ones that are around here. So that is truly something else that we have a lot in common. So if there's so much in common, then why would I ever choose one state over another? I'm just going to sum it up pretty much in one thing that kind of migrates into another big thing. It's the urban sprawl. Oh my God. Every time I drive I-35 down through the Dallas metro, there's something that's completely changed. There's a new development. There's a new massive shopping area. The urban sprawl in Texas is a very, very real thing. Where we actually were outside of Austin, where we had purchased, we had 10 acres of land, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful land. When we first bought the property, to go from where we had the land to Round Rock, it took us about 45 minutes when we first bought our piece of land, which we thought was perfect. We also thought that we were going to be pretty well isolated from the urban sprawl because we were so far away, and there were some other small towns that were around us too. that we felt were really never going to be impacted, but we were wrong. We were very wrong. When we finally made the decision to sell our land, it was up to an hour and a half to get to Round Rock. So the commute in 4 years' time had doubled. And the small towns that we had truly fallen in love with around our area had also doubled, if not tripled in size. One town that we drove through, we could barely recognize. And it took us a bit to try to find our favorite little restaurants that we had found there that we had just fallen in love with. With all of the urban sprawl that was going on down in Texas, the prices of everything have just increased dramatically. And I mean dramatically. In order for us to build our original house plans that we had there, we were easily, again, I hate to just keep saying double. Everything's like doubling in price, but it's true. It's just true. The prices for the contractors were increasing dramatically. The prices for all the building materials. And this is even if you can find things or people to actually do the work for you, because it is just growing at such a fast pace down there that it's really just hard to find anything. So with increased demand comes increased prices. So we knew we were very quickly being priced out of our original budget and what it is that we wanted to do. So Oklahoma came up, and strangely, Carl has been working in and out of the state now for about 7 years. So we always had a tie here, and it always just seemed to make sense. There were a lot of things about this place that we truly love, and it's a little cooler for my husband, but more importantly, it's just not going through this massive exponential boom that Texas is. It's not to say that Oklahoma is not investing in our future here, but it's just not happening at this mega fast pace that you're seeing down south of us. Our home prices here are a lot better. It's like you could almost get 2-for-1 pricing on homes here. It's ridiculous. Just hopping the other side of the border from Texas to Oklahoma, that you can save that much money on a home. Land is way cheaper here. Your property taxes are way cheaper here than they are in Texas. Now, to offset that though, Oklahoma does have an income tax. So that's something that does separate us from Texas. Texas doesn't have an income tax. But with the decreased price on the real estate and the property taxes, it just made the income tax almost a non-issue. Other things that Oklahoma has that Texas doesn't, if you're interested in these things, Oklahoma does have legalized medical marijuana, if that's your thing. And Oklahoma also has legalized gambling here. Texas doesn't have that yet. And Oklahoma also has the second largest Native American population in all of America. So if you do qualify for any kind of benefits, there are a lot of clinics, dental clinics, access to tribes, and all of the facilities that they have available to their members. So that's something that's really important to some people, to be able to have access to those kind of programs. So that's about it in a nutshell. I hope you found this interesting. If you want to learn more about the benefits of living in Oklahoma, moving to Oklahoma, I am here to help you. I love talking about it. That's why I have a video channel about Southern Oklahoma, because I love to talk about all of the benefits of living here. But if you want to learn more, please be sure to give me a call. I love to hear from you. I'd love to talk about it. And hey, I'll even get you set up on a home search. That's all I got for you today, though. Until the next time, bye.